Go.
I hope we wrong. Hey,
Yeah,
I hope so too.
Twitty, I'm texting right now. I
ain't no
hope
hope,
you
y'all.
right.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Hood Report Podcast. It is March Madness time. I hope you all are excited. I'm back here, Nina, right back as your host, ready with our other hosts to talk about so much. Our 64 teams have finally been released. The team field has been released, so many people have voiced their opinions about it. And contrary to the respective thoughts, like our hosts there have already begun putting together their brackets and determining who they're picking to make it into the Final Four. So our hosts will be sharing their Final Four selections. Along with their choice, they will be providing their championship matchup and eventually the national champion that will celebrate that one shining moment. So let's get right into today's discussion.
Thank God you're back, Nina. I took over your role just a bit yesterday. Not something that I can do better than you. So, hey, we're happy to have you back here with us.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Nope. So sure. we're a tough employer here. No more days off this year.
Oh boy.
All right. As Nina said, happy to be here today and to provide you guys my Final Four picks. Unlike some on this podcast, I'm going to actually go through this and not pick the computer-generated picks, Tweety. I'm going to give you what my thoughts are as it relates to college basketball. So we're going to start in the South region. In the South region, I think hailing from the Big Ten, I think they've had a great season. I think they have all the intangibles. I'm taking the Michigan State Spartans to come out of the South region. Coming out of the West region, I think probably one of the best teams, not only in their conference, the SEC, but one of the best teams in the country. And they've proven it and demonstrated and beat everyone in their conference. I'm going with the Florida Gators. Going back, and here's my surprise. So right now I have a number 1 and number 2. My surprise pick is going over to the East region. Everybody thinks because they got it easy and got it lollipop and laid out for them, it's going to be Duke. Duke ain't making it. Not in my bracket. I'm going to take Arizona Wildcats. I think they have a level of defense. I think they have a level of offense where if they get hot, I think they can make a run. I think Arizona is going to make a run in that Eastern bracket or region. And then lastly, I think defense prevails. I think this team has been consistently a great defensive team. They have a little bit more offense to add and go with that this year. I'm taking the Houston Cougars in the Midwest. Of the Final Four, when that shakes out, I think it's going to be Florida over Michigan State. I'm taking Houston to beat Arizona, and I'm taking the Gators as my national champion. Hey, I wanted to say blue, but I got to keep it real. Blue's going to make it. But going to the finals and winning it will be the Florida Gators. Book it. You heard it here, baby.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Okay. Let me take off on this. But I'm kind of upset, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. So for me, this gonna be it should be a very good tournament. You got a lot of good teams. Let me tell you who I got and who gonna win this thing right here. In the South, I got the Auburn Tigers to come out of the South. I think they're gonna play Michigan State, and I think they will beat Michigan State in that Elite 8 game. So I got the Auburn Tigers. In the West, which is the toughest bracket it is. It's the toughest bracket by far to me. It ain't even close. I got St. John's. I think St. John's is going to do this. I watched them all year long, and whenever Pitino gets in them boys' head, them boys come out to play for him. So I love St. John's, the way they play defense, the way they rebound the basketball. I like St. John's. I think St. John's will be in the Final Four. That's the toughest bracket by far. In the East, this is where I got mad at because my brother right here before me, he come up with some crazy stuff. I think he was watching my picks or whatever. But let me tell you who I got. I also have the Arizona Wildcats coming out of the coming out of the East. Yes, I think Duke, when they run into Arizona, I think Arizona plays good defense, and Arizona has shown me during the year going up against good competition in Houston they showed me that they can play in some tough games and they defend and they rebound the basketball, I think they're gonna be a problem for Duke. So I have Arizona coming out of the East.
Remember, I said it first, America.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Be quiet, clown. In the Midwest, hey, I'm down with defense and rebounding and tough team. It's gonna be Houston. I got Houston coming out of there. So in my final four, I got Houston, Arizona, Auburn, and St. John. Houston, Arizona, I got Houston beating Arizona. They're gonna be in the final game, and I got the St. John's going to the final game. It's gonna be Houston, St. John, and who's gonna be holding that trophy at the end? It's gonna be Houston. I got Houston holding that trophy at the end. That's it. Let's go. Book it.
Well,
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad, Tweety. I agree with you on some things. The others. Hey, just like Rodney. Y'all think y'all the masters of everything, but fuck up every week too.
The masters of this shit though.
No. My bank account short sometimes, so we. But anyways, I got coming out of the South for the Sweet 16. I got Michigan State coming out. Out of the East, we'll start with the West. Out of the West, I like Texas Tech. I'm gonna take Texas Tech coming out of the West, upsetting Florida.
That's a good
pick. All right. Out of the East, I went with Duke. Unfortunately, they were set up for the cakewalk. So they want them there. So that's where they at.
He don't know enough to do any better, America. So don't hold it against him.
Yeah, whatever.
That's true.
Whatever. And coming out of the Midwest, I got Houston.
Okay.
Houston coming out of the Midwest. Okay. For the final game, it's gonna be Texas Tech versus Houston, and I got Houston winning the game. They just the most complete team, and I'm just gonna roll with them.
Right. Not too bad. A little fucked up, but you'll be all right. All right, go ahead.
I don't believe y'all. Y'all out of Detroit, and y'all don't have Michigan out of the South. You ain't got Michigan coming out the
Hell
South.
no. Hell no.
Hey, we love it, but we gotta be realistic.
Yeah.
All the shit y'all got on in the background and everything ain't no go blue. They gonna come out the South.
I'm not arguing with you. I ain't arguing with you.
Yeah. I know. If it happens, I love you for it, but it ain't happening.
Damn shame. Okay. Now coming out the West gonna be them Florida. Florida's coming out the West. All right. Yeah, I know it's a tough conference and everything, but they're gonna come out that West out of there. All right. Then we got Duke. Cakewalk.
We knew you were picking Duke.
Cakewalk. Of course. America picking Duke.
You gonna find out when they play somebody. They ain't played nobody all year.
That's why they got the number one seed.
Hey, and for that one, fuck America. Let me go ahead.
And then we got out of the Midwest, got Houston, toughest team. They coming out, Houston. All right. Then that was the final four. And the championship game is Florida, and America's team Duke.
America's
Duke is a
Duke
is the American team.
He needs his ass kicked. What America? Black America? Or what America is he talking about?
I don't know. For this one, he went all the way. He went white on white for this one.
I want to pull all the brothers I know. Like, go ahead.
But Florida gonna win the championship though. Florida been the toughest team all season long. So Florida coming out, they're gonna win the championship.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give a little reaction to some of this. I would say it comes as no surprise to me that Tweety put Duke in his bracket and Quentin. That's the scripted pick. It requires no thought. And when you look at the two motherfuckers, you know why it requires no thought. So they both got Duke. Duke ain't coming out. No matter how easy they make the road, it ain't gonna happen because Duke didn't play the competition to get them ready for the big dance and get them ready for this. So I think they'll advance. I think they have some good players. But I think they're gonna run into a buzzsaw when they play one of these teams that are seasoned and play competition all year. That's my one thought I'll give.
Yeah,
it's wrong, but okay, go ahead.
Back to the Michigan thing. No, one thing that we want to let our listeners know. Look, I love Michigan. It ain't nobody that love Michigan more than me. But especially when we're talking about betting and stuff like that, you can't bet with your heart. And Michigan, I got Michigan going to the Sweet 16 and losing to Auburn. And that's a very respectable loss. I think Auburn will beat us, but I mean, of course, if Michigan moves on, I'll be happy. But just my thought and just watching the games, I think we're gonna win a couple games and we'll lose to Auburn. So still go blue, but when you talking about betting this money and all this, hey, that's come reality.
Yeah, but that was my upset right there. That was that Michigan Auburn. That was my upset. Michigan
Upset all the way to the Final Four. Upset.
Yeah, the Michigan Auburn. Auburn number one.
I will now. The one thing I will say this about Michigan does present different things that people haven't seen all year long. Because when you got 2 7-footers that can play the way they play, and they got some good role players and some good wing players around them. Donaldson at the point guard, which been playing good. Michigan could make a run, but I just think Auburn. I just think Auburn will get them in that Sweet 16. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see my boys go. But I'm just saying, Michigan is. I mean, that's not a far-fetched pick. So I will give you credit for that, Tweety. That's not a far-fetched because they bring problems for people.
Now I do think they'll make the Sweet 16. I think they'll make the Sweet 16. But what I think will happen is I think they'll come up short on the shooting end when they play a team that plays superior defense like Auburn. So I think that's what happens to Michigan is that the defense is going to get out on the shooters, and I think it's going to present a problem. Go ahead, Q.
No, I was just what you were going to say about Michigan. They just I think that they respectably I got them with the upset, but respectably, I think they, like you say, Rodney, they're going to run into a team better handled, and it's not going to be not going to be conducive for them. So as far as our boys going to go,
I hope we wrong. Hey,
I hope so too.
Tweety, I'm telling you right now. I hope you're right.
Y'all is wrong.
I hope you're right.
I'm in Vegas this week. I'm bringing a bunch of Michigan gear, so I hope we make it on in advance into the Sweet 16 like I have projected. Because I want to be able to continue to celebrate and party with my boys blue.
Absolutely.
We all blue in this household, baby.
That's right, all day.
Final four.
All right, so now next piece we have to transition over to. And Q, we're gonna start with you. And we're going to track this, America. We're gonna track this, and we want everybody to be able to see it and hold us accountable. And we're gonna keep our records on. We're going to give you what our biggest upset is for the first round. That would be Thursday and Friday. And then we're also going to give you our bet, our one surefire lock bet for the weekend. Quentin, what you got?
Biggest upset I got for you is going to come out the West, and that's going to be Colorado. Colorado is going to upset Memphis. I ain't too big on Memphis.
Colorado State, you mean, right?
Colorado State. Excuse me, Colorado State.
You're good.
I got them beating Memphis, so that's my upset right there for the tournament.
So Colorado State plus the 2.5.
Absolutely. And next will be next I'm going for my sure is going to be Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Michigan State, and I think they're gonna cover, and they got it.
Okay.
And taken care of. No, those my two.
All right. I can't sleep on those. I do think Colorado State. I think when they come up against the more physical team, I know they've been hot, but I think they're going to come into some physicality, and I think they're gonna have a problem getting out the first round. I think they're gonna lose their first game
to Memphis. Yeah, I mean, this is coming on that. I mean, Colorado State is the favorite, but the higher seed is Memphis. So if Colorado State wins, I mean, that is kind of like an upset type of thing. But this is my opinion. I think Memphis gonna have them boys ready. I mean, Anthony Hardaway will have them boys ready in Memphis. But we'll see. Good pick, Q.
All right. Hey, Tweety, you up next.
All right, for my surefire bet, let's go with Kansas 4.5 over Arkansas. That put your money on it. Put the house on it.
Put the farmhouse on that.
Not the house. Not the house.
Get their ass whooped.
Not the house. Not the house.
Not the house. No.
yeah.
Wait, the house? Oh man! Wait a minute now.
No,
I don't know. Those shaky ass Kansas. They've been shaky all year.
Maybe the power bill or something. I mean, maybe the power bill.
Okay.
I mean, not the mortgage. Not the mortgage.
What about the Cardinal?
It's got
Nah.
a point or two.
Yeah,
ain't
you
gonna
know.
go
How do you feel about public transportation?
We got it out here. We take the bus.
All right. All right. Who you got for your second pick? Who's your upset pick?
Oh, Utah State over UCLA.
Okay.
Utah State over UCLA. The
Okay.
5.5. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Remember you said that, America. I disagree totally. UCLA plays defense. They're one of the best defensive teams in the Big Ten and in the country. I think UCLA wins the game. But if you're right, that'd be a hell of an upset.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's go. Put it out there.
One shot, one kill.
That's right.
One shot, one kill. All right, Martin, you're up.
All right. So my pick, I got a dog. I'm going with them dogs. Georgia will beat Gonzaga. Georgia's a 6.5 point underdog. They will beat Gonzaga. Gonzaga has not been good this year. This ain't been the same Gonzaga that we've seen in the past. Georgia has had some big wins all year long. I think Georgia will beat. Now, when I tell you this, I'm telling you to take the points because we about winning some money, but I think Georgia will beat Gonzaga. For my upset pick with the spread, I'm gonna tell you something. Texas A&M, they've been on the down. They've been going downhill. They've been going downhill. This Yale team, they is on the up. I think Yale will cover and probably will win the game versus Texas A&M. They're plus 7.5 right now. I would take Yale all day long. I think Yale will beat Texas A&M. But take it with the points. Let's get this money. Let's be smart about it. Take the points, but I think Yale is a really good bet for this weekend.
Has everyone gone yet? I think that's everyone, right?
Last one.
one?
You wanna make sure that the top notch, the top guy gets his chance. Because this is what America's been waiting for this.
Go right ahead.
The wait is finally fucking over. Here comes Rodney's picks. You want expert? Here comes expert. My upset pick
Let me write
is
this
going
down.
to be for this is the experienced team coming out last year. They made a run last year. I think they're gonna make a little bit of a run this year. I think Creighton is going to knock off Louisville. Louisville, that's a new upstart Louisville team. They hadn't been there in a while. I'm gonna take Creighton plus that 2.5, 1.5, depending on where you are. I'm gonna take that, and I think Creighton wins it outright. But that's my upset pick. First and foremost. Secondly, and this one's somewhat of upset pick as well. So just show you, America, I like to live on the edge a little bit, and I know this shit, so I can do that, and it ain't really that difficult to do. I think what you do is people are sleeping on some of the teams that are in the mid majors. I'm gonna pick a mid major team that's gonna win that typically wouldn't count as one of your upper echelon teams. I'm gonna go with GCU to knock off Maryland. Experienced team, they got height, they got shooting. They've been in the tournament. They've been a consistent tournament team. GCU is going to win, and they're my upset pick. Take them plus the 10.5. I think they're gonna win a game, but without a doubt, they're gonna cover the spread. GCU is my team that's going to cover against Maryland and put the money in your pocket. Hey, baby, you want money? Forget what Tweety was talking about, that bullshit. Put your money on GCU, and GCU gonna come through for you.
I wrote this shit down now.
I think that is time. I think we are all done. Thank you guys so much for sharing your picks. And thank you, listeners, for watching today's little tidbit on March Madness. So be sure to put those in. We got a lot to discuss this week, and I bet you are all super excited. Thank you guys for checking out Hood Report Podcast. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to us to see more, and be sure to write a comment down below of what more you want to see. Follow
More
us.
blue for me. More blue for me, baby. If I can get blue in the Final Four, I'll take more blue.
See you the next one.
Go blue, baby. What up,
What up,
though?
though, family? Subscribe. We love
Go blue,
you.
baby.
Right.